Welcome to This Needs to Be Studied with your host, Billy the Bad Guy.
I'm your delusional best friend, here to study everything.
Where we talk about sex, relationships, and dating.
And we ball like TNT. Watch these hoops all pick a side.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Class is now in
Welcome,
session.
y'all, to another great episode of the Needs to Be Studied podcast. It's your boy, Billy the Bad Guy, Billy the Goat, Billy the Kid, Bills. And today we have a special kinky episode. We have the number one pro financial dom in the world up in here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mistress Marley.
Hey y'all, what up?
Boom, 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 boom.
Period.
Wolf, make sure your mic is on so if you have questions, you can engage too and ask. All right? Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you. This is long overdue. I know I saw you like a couple of months ago, and I was like, I would love to have you in the pod, but I saved you for the best show, which is Needs to Be Studied. So thank you. And on this podcast, we study relationships, dating, mental health, and sex. And I think it's important as in my 30s now, where I'm trying to develop in my 30s now. I've been 30 for 2 years now. When I'm trying to like learn my sexual desires and trying to learn my toxic ways and how to be better in relationships, feel like, BDSM needs to be studied, and kinks need to be studied, and that's why we're here.
Yeah.
All right, so before we get started in the show, can you explain exactly what a dom and sub is?
Okay, so a dom, or short for dominatrix, is the leader of a BDSM scene and the kink scene. Whereas you have the sub, or submissive, is the bottom. So the sub is who the dominatrix is controlling, consensually, of course. There's different dynamics within it. There's 24/7 subs. Those are subs that literally sleep in doms' houses. Like some doms put them in cages. There's like different types of relationships. There's service subs. There's subs that like to be used as furniture, as you can see here.
Yes, if you're listening to audio, make sure you come to YouTube and you will see that she has a sub furniture right now.
Yeah.
It's given IKEA.
Yeah. And that's his name, IKEA.
His name is IKEA?
Yeah, he goes by IKEA.
I'm crying.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's pretty much the overall gist of what a dom and sub is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, is he allowed to speak to other people, like if they enter the room?
If I give him permission, yes.
Oh, see, that's why I didn't really speak to him, because I didn't know if he could talk to me, and I didn't want to interrupt anything. Okay. So are there different types of doms and subs?
Yeah, so you have some doms that are pro-dominatrix. So that's why I'm a pro-dominatrix, meaning I get paid for my domination. You have some that are lifestyle doms and lifestyle subs, meaning they're doing it for their lifestyle. They just live the lifestyle 24/7. It's in them. That's it. That's all. Then you have financial dominatrix, which I am a financial dominatrix. That's how I came into this industry. And those are doms that control men financially. So we control their wallets. They pay us. They get off by getting us gifts and paying us and things of that nature. So that's me. That's my life.
Where the fuck do I sign up for this? Like, what's the website? What's the app?
You can sign up through Mistress Marley Sex Academy, but we'll get into that.
Really?
Yeah,
So
I have
wait,
a whole academy.
me as a gay man, I could get me a sub? A financial?
Yeah.
Like, and don't tell me that, because I'll be on this right after this episode.
Yeah, I mean, because there's a lot of men in our financial domination world, they just call themselves cash masters. So if they're more mask presenting, they'll call themselves cash master. If they're more femme presenting, they'll call themselves a findom, financial dominatrix, whatever it might be. But I mean, I have a friend that's done it before, and he sold feet pictures, and he made a killing. So,
and I have nice feet.
Oh, it don't even matter if your feet are nice. These men will pay for you to put dirt on your feet, walk in food. Like, it don't gotta be done up.
So wait, now hold on. Because I have some bills that need to be paid. How did you get involved in this lifestyle?
I got involved off of just survival. Like, I was, fresh out of grad school here in New York. I was working jobs as like a freelancer. The money was not money in. I still felt like I was just literally working to live. So I was like, something has to be better than this. And then I had an injury where I had broke my foot and I was on bed rest. And I just Googled like how to make money online as a woman. And the first thing that came up was financial domination. And just like everybody else, I was like, this is fake. Like, nobody's paying somebody just to humiliate them or talk shit to them, like, on the internet. And here I am now, years later.
And how long you been doing this?
I've been doing this now going on 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah, going on 6
years. I've been doing my last 6 years wrong. I've been working, clocking in, fucking for free at this point.
Look.
And I could get... But you know what? I'm automatically a submissive person. So it's just like I can't be IKEA.
Your
However,
energy don't give me submissive though.
but because I'm a boss, I'm very dominant in all aspects of my life.
Yeah.
So when I am around my partner,
Mhm.
I would like to be a submissive person. I don't really want to worry about anything. I'll be like, yes, boo, I'll do anything you want. I got you. I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
However, I am a dom in all aspects of my life. So I do enjoy, as a Virgo that I am, kind of telling people what to do. I'm
Yeah.
just realizing that
Yeah.
today. Is this lesson 1 of learning?
Yeah, it's empowering, right? Like it just feels good. Like
So how does that make you feel? Like when you get to...
So with me, like I'm very dominant in all parts of my life too. My business, my friendships, my family, everything. But in my romantic relationships, I consider myself to be a submissive princess. Because I'm very bratty, but I can be submissive. So like the man can lead me, but I would throw a tantrum real fast if I don't get my way. Like, no, I wanted this. I said I wanted to go here, whatever. But it's still like submissive, you know? I want him to tell me to just shut up. But, like,
I like that.
you know?
I like that. So I could be verse doms. Like,
Yeah, so that it's called a switch. So you can be a switch.
I want to be a switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Because I do like a good shut the fuck up sometimes. And that's the toxicness I'm working on. But I do like a good shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
All right. What's the most that you accepted? What was the offer?
So the most I've ever made, it was in an hour. It was $10,000. And that was an online session. That wasn't even in
tax-free?
Jesus Christ.
Well, you gotta pay your taxes. As sex workers, you
yeah.
still gotta pay your taxes.
Yeah.
But it was just in 1 hour, just off of humiliation. And that's called a whale sub. So in our community, we call those whales. Right? So whales, but a whale is hard to catch. So that's why you don't have a lot of, whales. So
That makes sense.
Makes sense. I felt like a light went out.
yeah, that's why I felt it too.
A light went out?
Yeah.
Yeah, something went out.
Behind you went out.
Something went out.
Yeah, I was like,
And I was looking at each other like,
yeah, like did something.
Well, we're going to keep going while they figure that out. Okay, so a whale sub. All right. So you started online doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And online, they'll just have you do different tasks, different challenges, and like it's a double dare 2000.
Not challenges.
Yeah.
So online, like, so if anything, I'm having them do tasks for me, right? So like, but some of them are into different kinks and fetishes. So online, you'll more so find the subs that are nervous to meet somebody in person. They just want to do it online and go on about their business. So for instance, like I'll get paid, like a sub will come to me and say, hey, mistress, can you ignore me on camera? So like I'll be on camera ignoring them and they'll be talking and begging and I'll just be walking around my house, cleaning, cooking, doing my makeup, whatever. And they'll just sit and watch and they'll be like, please talk to me and stuff like that. And, you know, it's an interesting world out here.
Oh, girl, give me the website. Give me the website.
It's the websites that people use every day and don't realize. It's the Instagram. It's the Twitter. People will find their way into your inbox if they really like your content. Like,
oh, no, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so our icebreaker is
Okay.
a pop, it's called Pop Quiz.
Okay.
And the first question is, what's a kink that's off limits to you?
Scat.
Not even for the right price?
Scat.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
For me, I think a kink that's off limits for me is, now, I did say once upon a time that, and this is crazy, I do golden showers. I don't do it like that. I did it once or twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times.
Yeah.
However, I won't do spit play. I hate it. I think it's so disgusting. But they're not kink shaming. But a scat play, I said I would do it for a good price. Let's say
Scat, but not spit.
for 500,000.
Okay. Are you saying these are things you can do to people or people can do to you? That's when it's different. So for me, I can't do scat to nobody, and I don't want nobody doing scat to me.
When I was a young tenderoni back in the day, I had a guy ask me on Kik. This is when we had Kik. He used to ask me.
We still use Kik in the dom world.
For real?
We sure do.
We download that app. I had a guy ask me, like, can you send me pictures of you taking a shit? And I'm just like, I wouldn't know. I can't do that. I can't picture me turning around, taking a picture of my shit and send it to you.
Yeah.
Or he'll be like, send me farting videos. And it was like,
oh, fart fetish is big in our industry. The girls be making videos of them farting.
And then get paid for it?
They get paid real good.
I mean, maybe
and these just videos. It's not meeting nobody in person. It's just farting on camera.
For a coin? It would probably make me change my mind now. The nigga was asking me to do it for free.
Yeah.
But I could for a coin. For a coin, you feel me?
That's if you lactose intolerant.
Oh, and I'm not even lactose or tolerant. But I would tolerate a little. Oh, I'm eating Franks and beans. That's my favorite meal.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, it's so much out here. Like,
but for 500,000 tax free, I will put a paper towel and let somebody shut my chest.
No.
Or for 500,000, or for 200,000, I'll shit on
Now
somebody.
for 500K, I probably can shit on somebody, but them shitting on me, I think for me, it would just, even with the money, it would be going home at night, going to sleep, knowing that somebody did that to me.
Yeah, but I know I got $500,000
Yeah, but
more in my
it's still
pocket.
just, I don't know.
Are you into blood play?
Blood? No.
Yeah, that's hard.
I was doing impact play. I was spanking a sub one time, and the paddle had like needles on one side. And once the blood started coming, I was like, okay, we done with this. But he loved it, but I was just like, I can't. Yeah.
Oh no, I would see. I could fart on camera. I could even pre-record it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Thank you. I'm about to quit my job. Okay,
crying.
what's your worst experience as a dom?
I had one sub that came to a session, and the whole session he was really like quiet. I kept saying, like, because I'm really big on affirmations in my sessions. Like, you're going to tell me how good I look, that I'm the most beautiful black woman, that you love my black skin. And I kept telling him, like, I don't hear you. You need to be saying stuff or whatever. And he would, like, mumble it, but then he would, like, not do it anymore. And the session got so awkward. That was the longest hour of my life. And when he left, and I hit him up, like, about the session, like, how did it go? How you feeling? Whatever. He was like, oh, I didn't tell you, but the reason I wasn't speaking that much is because I'm just, I'm autistic. And like, he didn't tell me that. Shit. And when you have sessions with these subs, this is why I stress so much about having conversations with them beforehand. And I asked them all this stuff, like, do you have any triggers, any traumas, any mental things that you know about, any disabilities, anything of that nature? And he was just all like, oh, no, whatever. So that was one of my worst situations. And I know for a lot of people that might not seem like the worst, because I know there's some sex workers that have gone through some things. But for me, that was like, to feel like I was pushing him to do something that he wasn't, capable of doing. But all because I did not know that, it still made me feel a little weird after, like, damn. For sure. And I haven't seen that sub since. So,
What does your family think about you doing this?
My family is very supportive.
That's
like, dope. My mom and dad, they love what I do. It took them a while to, like, love it. Like, they were very concerned about my safety. But my mom loves the education portion. My dad loves the creative portion of it. Like, I did, last November, I was the Playboy Playmate for Playboy Africa.
Okay.
And my dad was just like, I need a copy. I need this, whatever. So they've always been very supportive. But also my parents, like, one is an Aquarius, one is a Gemini. That's the most.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They're free thinkers all the way around, So they're fine with it.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to our relationship segment called Chemistry Class.
Okay.
And I found an article online that I would like to read. And it's speaking about how BDSM can save relationships. All right? And it says, BDSM is often misunderstood, but for many couples can be a powerful way to strengthen their relationship. It's a consensual practice that focuses on trust, communication, and mutual pleasure. Studies show that couples who engage in BDSM tend to report higher levels of relationship satisfaction. A 2013 study published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine found that BDSM practitioners experience less anxiety and a strong sense of well-being in their relationship than non-BDSM couples. Oh my God, y'all, stick with me. It's a little bit more to read. One of the key benefits of BDSM is the communication it requires. Couples must clearly express their desire, boundaries, and limits before engaging in any play, fostering open and honest dialogue. This increased communication spills over into other aspects of the relationships, leading to greater trust and understanding. Last paragraph, y'all. BDSM also creates a space of vulnerability where couples can explore fantasies and desires without judgments. By doing so, they build a deeper emotional connection. The act of trusting a partner to dominate or submit enhances the feeling of safety and respect, which are crucial to any relationship. Additionally, the adrenaline rush from BDSM activities can lead to the release of endorphins, boosting both physical pleasure and emotional bonding. Another pro of BDSM is that it encourages creativity in the bedroom. Trying new things like role-playing and exploring different power dynamics can reunite the spark in long-term relationships. This prevents boredom in the bedroom and the routine that can often cause couples to drift apart. While it's not for everyone, BDSM offers couples a structured way to explore intimacy, enhances trust, and build a strong emotional bond backed by science and power of communication.
I agree with all of that.
I agree with it too, to an extent, because I know, and a lot of relationships, people are just having the same boring sex. And I know that I get bored easily. I'm not so much in the lifestyle, but I know there's things I want to experience. I know I want to experience role play. If I had someone to teach me how flogging work and I like it, I would like to be involved in that.
Yeah.
I do think, I'm not asked couples, so I know been together for a while, like, how do you spice it up? They'd be like, oh, we just lit. But I'd be like, but there's other ways, like, you can spice it up.
Yeah.
What is considered BDSM?
So BDSM is short for bondage, dominance, sadism, and masochism. So BDSM is really exploring non-traditional sexual practices, right? So, for instance, there's people that in normal vanilla sex, they might like to get a little choke or whatever, but they don't know that there's a term for that. It's called breath play. So it's a certain level of breath play you can do with people. There's breath play where you can go as far as they almost knock out or they almost, lose consciousness, and some people get a high from that. But BDSM, it takes a lot of trust with somebody. That's why I said I agree with the article when it was saying like it just makes people more open and things of that nature, because when you do BDSM type practices in the bedroom, that shyness is out the window because you're doing some stuff. Like you're either talking shit, you're flogging, you're role playing, you're rope tying. Also, you're bringing each other closer to each other as well. So I'm all for BDSM in the bedroom, but you definitely got to have them boundaries though, because you can't just fly off the scales and be like, bend over, let me stick this up your ass. Like, that's not how that's going to work.
Yeah, I really do want to try the role play. I know I said one time on the show where I think All Natural was here, and she was saying, like, you have those conversations with, like, hey, how do you feel about this? On a scale of 1 through 10, how do you feel? And a scene that I really want to play out is you get me from the corner in your car, skirt, pull up, and you be like, yo, get in this car. And I'm like, now, I want to act like a stink prostitute or prostitute. Like, a prostitute, I feel like is feminine, so I gotta say prostitute.
Okay.
And then I want to get in your car, and then you try to be home, and then we play in the scene. And then I want to be like a movie. So you do this often. No, I just got kids to feed. I want to do all of that. Yeah, I do. Listen to me. I have it, and I need somebody who's going to play it out with me.
I love it.
And then when I keep driving, they like, so you don't do this often? No. And then they talking like, oh, so how much you pay? How much you cost? Nigga, I cost money. You got the money? I got it all in my head. And I just need somebody to ride or die.
For a while.
Yeah, and I just feel like, and now I'm going to sit in the room and you be like, you want something to drink? Listen, my pimp is about to come out here and get me real soon. But I need somebody
that wants to do that.
And that's going to be creative. And then this is a guy that I fake call him my soulmate because like I feel like we're there in all aspects. But when I asked him like try different stuff like with sex, he was very vanilla. I need chocolate, strawberry, I need everything. He did not. I know he's somebody I won't be able to do that with.
But did you try to introduce it? Did you try to like, because sometimes people be vanilla and you got to open those doors. I've dated before. I've dated the hoodest of niggas. When people see me, they be like, that's your type. Yeah, that's my type. Like, I like the hood.
Yeah.
And, I like the refined ones now. But I had to open doors up for them. Because I used to date niggas that used to be like, I would never do that, whatever. Next thing you know, they come in the crib, I got my little role play outfit on, and they role playing with me. And it's like, that was a conversation that was had as well. And also what helped that conversation was, I'm into this. When we do this makes me more wet. Like, this makes me, like, letting them know how it makes them feel. Like, oh, it just turns me on. Like, we should try this. We should do this, So they also need to see that you get pleasure from that. And usually that's a good way to introduce as well.
Because if it's making me wet, then you should be happy what makes me wet. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Like, I know a lot of men, they're not really comfortable with trying to explore these other options. And how do you open those doors? But like you just said, I want to normalize women being comfortable with going to their partner and saying, hey, I want to try this, or let's normalize this in our relationship.
Yeah.
Because what's done in the bedroom, you don't have to go and tell everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
And it doesn't make you less than a man if you do something. But
sometimes I feel like men have to see things happening too. That's why I love living in New York, because there's so many events and parties that you can take your partner to be like, look, this is what it looks like, and everyone's having a good time,
Yeah.
Sometimes trying to explain stuff to people, it'll go over their head versus when they see it. So, yeah.
So what are some most common misconceptions about BDSM that beginners should be aware of?
So the common misconceptions is that people think there's no boundaries. So people see BDSM and think, did you ask them for permission? I get that even now. People come in my inbox. Did you ask the sub if you can do that? Did you ask? Of course. You think I just brought the sub in the room and started wailing on them and going in on them and then ask for permission? So that's one of the misconceptions is that the tops don't ask for permission from the bottom. Because at the end of the day, you can't have a scene unless the bottom consents.
And how does that conversation look like? What does that conversation look like?
It's really just conversation. When people have these consent conversations, they think there's something that's long drawn out or whatever. It's really just saying, hey, how does this make you feel? Are you okay with this? Do you have limits with this? Do you trust me with this? You know, if there isn't any trust there with this, is there anything that can help you with that trust? And then people got to also understand, too, that no is a complete sentence.
It is.
When somebody tells me no, I'm like, okay. That's good. I'm not sitting there trying to convince them and, oh, well, I do it well, so you should let me do it. No, if they say no, because you never know why people are saying no. You know, sometimes people no's are beyond them just disliking it. It could be deeper than that, you know?
What are some easy beginner-friendly BDSM activities couples can start to spice things up in their relationship?
I think spanking is always a good intro.
Really? Like with your hand?
With your hand, with tools. You can use a flogger, a paddle, a whip. Even if you got household items. Some people be like, well, I don't have a flogger, I don't have a whip. If you have a paddle brush, the back of the brush could be used as that. You know, different things can be used as instruments within your home. But I think spanking is the easiest to start because with spanking, you can do a temperature check. You can start real soft and your partner can tell you yes or no. You can go harder, yes or no. You can speed it up. And it's fun too. Like it's fun.
So what you be out here doing with the hood niggas? This is for the niggas.
Oh my God.
Because I know they be in some freaky shit.
So with the hood niggas, I like to be like, so in my romantic relationships, like I said, I like to be submissive. So I like to teach them things. So like I will give them my whip or my paddles or whatever and be like, use this on me. And, you know, they be nervous. They be like, I don't want to hurt you. I'll be like, no, I'm going to let you know if it's too much.
Nigga, you done shot somebody. You don't want to hit me with a whip now? The fuck?
And it opens the door because like I've seen them literally transform. Like when I'm showing them a flogger and they're like, how you use that? And I show them how it's going and they watching me doing it and they like, damn, like it looks interesting. It's like a challenge to them, like a physical challenge. They want to know how to, you know, do the physical stuff or whatever. So I do that. And then I also like to do where like I'm on one side of the room and they're on the other side of the room and I make them close their eyes and I'm like saying stuff to them on the other side of the room. Or I'm coming up to them and touching them. They don't know when I'm coming. Like I like doing like sensory stuff like that, you know? So I'm all about the
Wolf,
vision.
are you interested in the B, the D, and the S, and the M? Like what would you be interested in?
At this point, he should be. He done heard all these damn episodes for the past 2 years.
I done definitely heard it all. I don't know, man. I think I need a soft launch introduction.
So would you start with spanking?
I don't even know, man. I'm so vanilla. I haven't even really like conceptualized it. I'm open to shit though, you know. But it's got to be.
What about role playing?
I think I can get with that.
Yeah. What would your perfect role playing be? Yeah.
I feel like I would be like in
a bitch at a yoga studio.
I feel like I would be like an authority figure or some shit like that. Like I'd be like a police officer or somebody who tell people what to do.
That's
or something.
A common one.
That's a common one. You know, typical man shit. I think I feel most comfortable in that at first.
Okay. See, my thing is I don't want to do this with somebody I'm dating. I want to do this with somebody I'm in a relationship with. But I feel like there's levels to this shit. Like, I feel like even if we dating, I might want to fuck. I mean, I might want to try some shit.
Tricks,
you know?
Yeah.
Because at the same time, I don't want to be with somebody that did this stuff with their ex. And it's just like, damn, I'm not special. You just reliving these moments.
But you also, let me tell you something. When you're mixing BDSM with people that are vanilla, you got to be careful because it can bring about some stalkers. Because once you change somebody's life with the BDSM, it's going to be hard for them in regular
So you about to tell you had a stalker.
Oh my gosh. I don't even want to comment on it because he probably going to get turned on here.
Yeah. All right. We spoke about how men could open up, having a conversation with their partner. What does the aftercare look like?
My favorite form of aftercare is just sitting down having a conversation. How do you feel? You good? Like before I send you back into the world, before you go back on the train or your car or wherever, I don't want to just launch you back out there and you like got to go back into the real world. Like I want to talk to you, see how it is. And aftercare isn't just only that day; it's the next day too. Good morning. How you feeling? You feel good from last night? Any second thoughts? Any other thoughts? Or whatever, so that can be aftercare as well.
I ain't never got that shit from these hood niggas. I just got fucked, used, a rag handed to me. They laugh. I'm just a mozzarella stick
Not
and
a
everything.
mozzarella stick.
And listen, daycare in my throat. No one asks how's
Oh
the
my
daycare.
gosh.
No one
That's
asks me
crazy.
anything. They
And
just
you know
fuck
what
me.
you do, and you don't go back to them.
Yeah. Where's the aftercare? Yeah.
If there's no aftercare, then they get blocked. It's
Yeah.
a block. Now
Yeah.
you have no more access.
Thank you for teaching me the aftercare.
Yes.
Because then, hey, why you blocked me? You did not ask me how did I feel
You
after
didn't even offer me a bottle of water.
Yeah.
To me, that's the bare minimum.
That's
like, a
crazy.
bottle of water.
Yeah.
is the
Yeah,
bare
you gotta have.
I hate when I'm laying there and nigga just throw a towel like here, clean
No,
up. Like
mm-mm.
I feel like such a whore after that. Like
Is that how the gay community do? You just throw a towel like you get it, nigga.
yeah.
Just throw it on a nigga.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait,
damn.
so how do you do it, Wolf? You don't just
Wolf,
throw
you
a
be
towel?
throwing towels on people?
Never.
See,
Absolutely.
I'm looking at
not.
Wolf differently.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know, we do what we supposed to do.
But nah, I don't think that's just the gay community. There's niggas out there that just be like, here.
Niggas
I mean,
do it.
there's some situations for me where I'm just like, I'm ready for you to leave.
Yeah.
I don't need no aftercare. Yeah, like I don't just go. Not in a bad way, but just more so like, what you about to do?
Yeah, we
If I
done.
like you, I'll deserve the aftercare.
Yeah, if I like you, like I still would like check in, have a good rest of your day. But there's some situations where like, if it was bad, I'm just like,
Yeah.
What's the longest you'll allow dude to stick around before he gotta go? For both of y'all.
If it's a hookup, just leave right after. I had one guy.
yeah.
Like he pulled up at 4:00 in the morning, right? So I'm thinking like good. But then he's not getting right to the chase to initiate shit. So now I have to initiate it. And then let's say we finished doing what we were doing by 6:30. All right, bro, sun's out. You can start going home now.
Yeah.
Like, and he just stayed there and just was like wanting to watch Martin. I'm just like, bro, like,
No, sir.
like
Well,
it is.
it depends on how much I like you because honestly, too, like me having sex is very like sacred for me. Because I don't just let anyone in my home. So if I even let you in my home to have sex with me, that's big.
It's a big
and I'm
thing.
fine with you being there until the next morning. Now you might have to leave after that because I'm someone that's up early. I'm getting stuff done or
Right.
whatever. But I'm very particular about who comes in my home. Just period. Because I'm also a very spiritual person. So I have stuff in my home that, you know, you just can't let everybody come in and have access to the energy. So
And that's because I'm the same way. Like I don't just let any nigga in my house.
no.
So when you do get access to my house, that's probably because A, I was really, really horny.
Yeah.
And two, I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
I believe in the murderer. So I'm like, all right, you know what to do. This nigga sat here. I had to text my friend and say, bitch, text me and say that something happened.
Yeah, I'm just very particular. It even takes me a while before I even want to go like to a guy I'm dating before I even want to go to his house.
Yeah.
Like I'd
For
rather
sure.
him just come to my home if I really, really like him. But like,
I had niggas who I was supposed to just give head, and they were like, I can't come upstairs to your house. No, so I can dig in the car. And I won't even tell them my address. I'll tell them the address down the block.
That's
and
smart,
then I'll
though.
walk.
That's a smart thing.
Yeah. I believe in the murder of people's crazies. And especially if I BD in the SMU, you gonna be a stalker after this?
Let me
Nope.
tell you, I had a guy one time that he was supposed to come over or whatever, but I was just like, I don't know. And I ended up falling asleep on him. He was trying to come over mad late. So I was like, my phone went off and I saw he was calling me and it was like 1 or 2 in the morning. I was like, I'm not answering this. Like I'm asleep as far as I'm concerned. So I have these big windows and I forgot I didn't put the blinds down. I turn over in the bed like while he's calling me and I see him walking back and forth across the street. Like outside his car, like walking back and forth. I'm like, he's trying to look through my window to see if I'm up and like not ignore his call. After that, I was like, mm-mm.
No, that's when we say gun laws are
And it was so weird. I'm literally laying in my room like,
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
like,
insane.
Yeah, I was like, that's a little weird. Like,
yeah, and for me, I lived on the first floor of my apartment, so niggas could see like where I was. No, niggas can't come to my house like that anymore. All right, so for our extracurricular activities, we're in school still. Ding! The bell rung for the next class. Okay, so I want to talk about sexual boundaries and consent. Right? What are sexual boundaries and why are they important?
So sexual boundaries are just absolute like no's. Like what's my boundary during sex? Like, and that can be a boundary from physical to mental to verbal, because some people don't even want to be called certain things in the bedroom or whatever. And you know, consent is what it is. It's consenting to acts. It's a yes or a no. If it's not an enthusiastic yes, it's a no. I always tell people if it's a maybe, it's a no. If it's a I'm not sure, it's a no. If it's a let me get back to you, it's a no. Like if it's not a yes, it's a no. And it's important because, you know, when you're involved in sex with people, that's very personal for a lot of people. That's very private for a lot of people.
So what's your hard nose?
I've had someone try to eat my ass before, and it just tickles too much. I just start giggling. I feel
Uh-huh.
childish. I be like, I can't. So that's one of my like nose, and then hair pulling.
Really?
I get my hair done. You ain't about to do that. Like,
on my other show, I had somebody say said that white women give head better because black girls.
so the way I combat that, if I'm giving head and a nigga tries to touch my hair, I establish a little bit of dominance where I grab his hands and pin it back like that. So you're not grabbing my hair, but I'm gonna do this to you. That's also really sexy. So
How can couples identify and communicate sexual boundaries early in the relationship?
honestly, just having that conversation up front. I feel like we live in an age now where everybody's so transparent, just telling their business anyway, that people just come right with it and be like, I'm not into this, I'm not into that. I had a conversation with a guy on the first date where I was like, I don't eat ass. And we were just talking normal.
Just like
It was
that?
like, yeah. So I feel like it's just be upfront, especially when it's coming to sex. Like I said, that's personal and private. Like, you know. Yeah.
All right, so what are some red flags that indicates a partner may not be respecting your boundaries?
You having to tell them something more than once. So for me, one time, that's it. And I don't want to hear no excuse of, oh, well, I was drunk, so I didn't remember or whatever. Like, no. So having to tell them more than once, them being manipulative and asking you, like, pushing you on why you don't like something. Like, if I tell you I don't like something, that's what it is. It shouldn't be you trying to call me whack or lame or like, oh, no, you should try it. Or when they try to say, yeah, my last girlfriend did it, well, then go back to that bitch and let her do it again.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not... You know, so those are my red flags. People that can't take no for an answer.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been manipulated into doing some things. Yeah, I ain't want to swallow no nut before, but I swallowed
Billy,
some
stand
nut.
up.
Stand up.
You gotta stand up.
Because I realized if I say I don't want to suck your dick, I'm gonna be a punk bitch.
You gotta stand up.
You're not gonna make me a punk bitch. Fuck out of here. I can swallow nut. My friend said her nigga's nut tastes like a bacon, egg, and cheese. I said, baby, you need to get a different kind of nut,
That
okay?
is nasty.
Well, we'll say stay healthy.
We must stay healthy, yeah.
Stay healthy.
That would turn me off so bad.
All right. So how do you address situations where alcohol or other substance impaired the ability to give clear consent?
Like if someone else is drunk?
Yeah.
I tell them, like, you know, you're drunk, you need to sober up. We're not gonna do this. Like I'm very much so in my speak my mind era and don't play no games era. So like I also say this because, you know, I throw sex parties as well. And we also next one, October 25th, Halloween party.
I don't want to have sex, but can I just come and watch?
Yeah, a lot of people come in.
What I gotta wear? I gotta be naked?
Costume.
Oh, a costume?
It's a costume party, Halloween.
I'm coming.
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
Shantae, we going.
Yes.
Yeah, and I have to be naked?
No.
I
I
can
don't
do-
even be naked. I'll be my little costume.
And the people gonna be,
I mean, different people decide what they want to do throughout the night, but we have voyeurs and we have people that like to be watched.
Oh my God, I'm coming.
lit.
Literally.
I'm gonna have a little tarot card reader there. I'm gonna have some little spooky drinks. It's gonna be
Ooh,
fun.
October 20th. And where is it at?
It's in Brooklyn.
Oh, I'm coming. Count me in.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God.
What was the question?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, even at my parties, I tell people, like, if you are trying to engage with somebody and you clearly see they're drunk, walk away. Come let me know, and we'll even take that person to, like, calm down, get some water, whatever. Like, I don't play any of that because people can't consent when they drunk.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
And my last one is, how often should couples check in with their partner about sexual boundaries?
I think it's nonstop. It's all the time because something I might like today, if I don't like it tomorrow, you gotta respect that. People don't realize that, like, people can withdraw consent at any time. So tonight I might have liked you choking me, but if tomorrow you're doing it and I say stop, that's not your space to say, well, you liked it last night. It's no stop. You know. So I feel like sexual boundaries should always be discussed because also people aren't mind readers. You have to stand up for yourself. The most important person in the room is you. You got to look out for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what we're going to study before you go. So again, you're a pro financial dom, right? And so if I wanted to go, where can I get me one of these little subs? Because I got bills that need to be paid.
It's so many websites. So a lot of my subs find me on Twitter. There's websites like FetLife. There's websites where you can sell like content, like loyal fans. So if you want to take some videos of your feet and stuff. There's a I Want Clips website. That's where people sell those little fart clips and stuff. There's a lot of parties that go on in the city. Dom parties, sub parties. It's a lot of stuff that happens. So.
All right. And so how do let's say, so I go on your website, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll be able to match with somebody and see what people is looking for?
No, so not on my website.
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
I don't do the matchmaking thing. So I teach people how to be a dom. So I teach people how to stay safe, how to take payment, how to know when there's a time waster talking to you, what to charge. I have a whole like community. It's like a little coven, pretty much.
I would love to know. I'm gonna sign up for that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna sign up.
Yeah.
Do you think you see dom in me? You see me? I can have a sub.
You're very dominant.
Thank you.
I can see you right now saying, "Get on the floor, don't speak."
Yeah, and cállate la boca. Yeah, I can do that.
Exactly.
Hey, give me water. Give me water.
Yeah.
Do you say please or thank you, or do you just
no?
No.
Why am I thanking them? It's a privilege for them to be in my presence.
Ooh.
I'm not saying thank you.
So even if his arms is tired right now, you don't care?
No, I told him to give me a signal if it's tired to tap the floor.
I like that.
Yeah, so you still gotta like check in because they're still human. But me saying thank you is no.
Oh, I like that. Wait, hold on. What's the most surprising thing you learned about yourself through being a femdom?
The most surprising thing I learned about myself was that just the surprising thing I learned in general is that there are men that will literally fall to my feet to be in my presence where I don't have to lift a finger. Like I really cannot I can't recall before I started doing this, but the last time I paid my own bills, like I don't know what that is.
Because of all of this?
I don't know that. I don't know what that emotion is, paying my own bills. I don't do it.
Now, let's say Wolf wanted to be a dom. He could find a sub that will get. Wolf, would you be a dom to a sub?
I don't know, man.
I think Wolf would be too nice.
Yeah. Wolf would be like, can you please make me a latte? Actually, I'll go get it myself.
But there's still a way of dominance in that. There's some women that are subs that like to be led that way. Like I said, there's submissive brats and submissive princesses, you know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How can you describe your typical role as a femdom in your sessions?
So 90% of my subs are white men, so I'm really big on reparations. So I do a lot of like, get on the floor, you paying me reparations. I want you to recite why Black women are perfect. I'll even give them like little assignments of go look up this Black woman and come back with a report for me. So I'm very big on everything Black. Everything Black. So
and they be learning too.
They be learning.
2 for 1.
They be learning.
This is dope. Wolf, you got any questions?
You got everything, bro.
Okay.
You got everything.
What's the most outrageous or unexpected request you ever received from a sub?
I won't even say outrageous. It's more so funny. So the other day, this sub hit me up on Twitter, and he was like, Mistress, can I send you money to send 10 pictures of celebrity women and describe what their farts probably smell like?
And he paid you for that?
Yes, he paid me $300. So tell me why. I took a picture of Lotto. I was like, she from the South. Probably smell like yams and mac and cheese.
Oh, my
And he commented, I was like, ooh, I'm getting turned on. And then I put like a picture of Beyonce. I was like, she doesn't fart at all. It doesn't.
Good answer.
There's no smell. But he was loving it. And I'm like, yo, that was the most, in all the years I've been doing this, that was the most craziest request.
$300?
Yeah, just for me to describe what I think celebrity women's farts would smell like.
And you haven't paid any bills off for this, and
I don't pay my own bills. Nope. I'm just taken care of. I just travel and eat. That's all.
No, so why my mother always taught me I had to get a city job, I had to go to school.
My mom said the same thing, and now it's like, I'd be like, Ma, you want me to do this? You want me to pay your credit card bill off? You want me to do that? You want me to do that? And she'd be like, I love it. So, yeah.
No, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I like next time I lose a job, God forbid, or next time I'll be like, this job is pissing me off, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna be a dom. Actually, I'm gonna start being a dom tomorrow.
But as a side hustle.
Yeah, as a side hustle.
Yeah.
Hello?
I got a question.
How much?
I got a question. A couple minutes ago, you were telling me how you don't really invite people to your home because your sex is sacred to you and your home is sacred to you. Can you speak to a misconception people might have? Because in this world you're living in, they might think, well, how could sex be sacred to her? But obviously it is, like you said. Could you speak to that?
Yeah, because you don't even have sex with your subs.
No. So so I got that question today actually on Instagram. They was like, do you have sex with your subs? I was like, really? I was like, y'all see these men that I'm humiliating? Y'all think I'm having sex with them? So I don't have sex in my work, but the misconception of being a dominatrix is that we're having sex with all our clients. All these men that they see on leashes and stuff, oh, she's fucking him, or he's even touching her, eating her pussy. Like, when I tell you my subs have not even seen me nude, they don't even see a nipple, they don't see pussy, none of that. None of that. So the reason why sex is so sacred to me is because I don't have a lot of it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm not sexing my clients. I see a lot of clients, but I'm not sexing them. Even at my sex parties, people come to my play parties and they're like, is Mistress Marley going to play this time? And she go, No, I'm not about to do this in front of y'all. Like, I've only played at one party in the 6 years I've been throwing them, and that was with a partner. And someone I was dating at the time. But it's like people are even shocked when they see that. Like, she's not, like, whatever. Because it's like I enjoy seeing people come together and enjoy themselves like that. But to me, it's just very, like, sacred, like who I share my body with or whatever. Because also, too, when I have sex, it's an experience for me. And I can't give everybody that same, like a lot of people.
We had a guest on the show, and she said that because I'm a Virgo, she believes I'm a voyeur. Because I like to watch people have sex. And she said you're like that because you're a Virgo and you pay attention to detail. Because I want to see how you moaning, nigga.
Yeah.
How is she moaning?
Yeah.
Are you hearing from the right angle? So when I come to your play party, people going to be having sex?
Yeah.
And, oh, my God.
That's me. I'm the one
the
observing.
gay people going to have sex, too?
Everybody has sex.
I can't wait
It's a very
to
open
go.
environment. It's a very open environment, and it's a great time.
Oh my gosh! So tell everybody where they could find your website, where they could find you, and all the rest of that good shit. Because I know where I'm going.
So you can find me on Instagram at House of Marley. House is spelled Haus of Marley. I also have a teaching business on Patreon. That's patreon.com/The Sex Academy, or you can just look up Mistress Marley on Patreon. I've been running the Patreon since April 2020. I have over 2,000 students, and I'm very active with these students. We have a Discord chat. We talk in there all day about stuff. And then on Twitter, my Twitter is Eyes, EYES, X on fire. That's where you can see the more like stuff that I can't post on Instagram. Okay. Like you can see the more crazier stuff up there. So
please promise you'll come back.
Yes.
I love this.
I love talking
Wolf,
to
did you?
You're hilarious.
I tried a little something. Oh my God. And if you want to be my sub, you could DM me at Needs to Be Studied Pod on Instagram, or Billy.the-Bad Guy on Instagram. Or you could comment under these YouTube comments and say, I want to be your sub. But nigga, y'all gotta pay me some money. I'll start off with $50. But
no, you're not.
No, I'm not.
No.
Oh, wait. The show's not over
You're
yet.
not
So
starting
you
off
said
with
how do you know how much to charge a person? How do you know your rate?
I tell people charge what you think your worth is and add tax. You know your bills. So if you know your rent is $2,000 a month, if you want to charge $2,000 for that hour, charge that $2,000. If you want to charge $1,000 for 30 minutes, charge that.
And the people's paying it.
And the people is paying it. That's why I'm like, don't lowball yourself. Don't do it. A lot of new doms come in lowballing themselves because they think they're new. They shouldn't be charging certain things. I'm like, no.
I'm really going to sign up for your class.
Yeah.
See, I'm a freak leak. Nah, thank you for tuning into another great episode of Needs to Be Studied Pod. It's your boy, Billy the Bad Guy, Billy the Goat, Billy the Kid. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, and make sure you subscribe. And see you next week on another great episode, y'all. Bye. Holla!